PsycInfo is a database that provides abstracts and citations for the scholarly literature in the field of psychology and behavioral sciences. It contains over 4 million references of peer-reviewed literature from the early 1800s to the present. We use APA's PsycNet platform to access PsycInfo. I just want to point out, you see the box there for Psych articles. Psych articles are only from APA publications, and so it only amounts to about 10% of the articles that are in the broader PsycInfo database. So we're going to do an advanced search in PsycInfo today. I tried one term here to see about smoking cessation, so I just put the word smoking into the term finder that lets us see the standardized subject headings used for a particular topic. And so it's used instead of the term cigarette smoking. There's a narrower term listed of passive smoking, secondhand smoke if you will, and then some related terms include carcinogens, electronic cigarettes, nicotine withdrawal, prenatal exposure to smoke in the womb for smoking mothers, smokeless tobacco, and also smoking cessation is its own subject heading. You can use database search strategies because this is an actual database. It's not a search engine like Google. And so we're going to use Boolean searching. I want to look for things that talk about either forgiveness or conflict resolution. And so on the first line, I have the first term or the second term, and then the word and then I wanted to deal with particularly married couples. So, and marriage or marital or couple, I'll take any of those. So Boolean searching is the ands and ors. Truncation, you notice that for the word forgive, right after the V, I put an asterisk. Different databases use different truncation symbols, but this will return results on forgive, forgives, forgiving, forgiveness, etc. And then one other suggestion, don't look for unnecessary words like the effects of forgiveness on marriage. Because if there's an article on the results of forgiveness on marriage, if it didn't have the word effects, then even though it might be a great article on your topic, it's not going to show up. We're going to enter our search terms, and you'll see a result list that looks something like this. So the number 10 result there has a full text PDF over on the right hand side, whereas the number 11 result doesn't show a PDF, it just has Get It at Liberty. When we click on Get It at Liberty then, it brings up a pop-up box like this, and in the middle of the page there you can see View Article, and so this particular article is in the Sage Premier database. If it said, sorry, there's no online access to the article that you wish to read, then down at the bottom of the pop-up box, send a request through interlibrary loan, and 2 or 3 days later then we'll have obtained it from another library and make it available to you. Over on the left hand side you see that we can limit by year or by age group for the study, only looking at adults or only looking at forgiveness among middle-aged married couples. We could do that. And then down at the bottom below, you could limit it to female or male studies on this topic. Here are some of those advanced features that are helpful for graduate students. You often, when you're doing a comprehensive review of the literature, you want to know who are some of the primary or seminal, the most prolific authors writing on your topic. So in this case, Everett Worthington and Robert D. Enright are 2 of the most prolific authors. Which institutions are these authors affiliated with? And so we could limit our search just to articles that were authored by authors from Virginia Commonwealth University. You can limit by publication type. I only want to see peer-reviewed scholarly journal articles or books. If you find dissertation abstracts that interest you, you often can find the full text, not just the abstract, in ProQuest Digital Dissertations and Theses. Which journals are publishing in this field? And where that becomes very helpful is if you write a scholarly article and you want to publish it, which journals should you consider submitting that to? What methodology was employed in this particular source? Was it a quantitative study or a qualitative study? Both of those are empirical studies, meaning that they gathered data. Some other things listed here: a longitudinal study is a long-term study. Literature reviews look at a variety of articles written on the topic, and a meta-analysis mathematically analyzes studies that are done, usually quantitative studies, on a particular topic. What instrument, test, or measure was used in this study? Is it a commercially available test like the Beck Depression Inventory listed here? Or is it a researcher-developed instrument that you could probably use for free? Mental Measurements Yearbook only lists commercially available tests, but it lets you see research being done with a variety of scales so that you could decide which instrument you're going to use. Finally, we can go into My PsycNet at the top of the page, and if you don't have an account, create a free account, and you can save searches. Plus, you can set up search alerts to notify you when new research is published on your topic. So we use Term Finder to discover the standardized subject terms. We can use other search strategies to kind of expand our search, and I call it snowballing. When we added to smoking, we added tobacco and nicotine and some of these other terms in order to find more relevant articles. Limit your results by the year of publication to find the latest research, or by population group, age, gender, etc. As we mentioned, never pay for articles. If we don't have it in one of our databases, likely you can get it via interlibrary loan. And then some of those limiters of particular interest to graduate students would have us identify key authors, primary institutions, limit by publication type, identify the key journals publishing on this topic, limit to certain methodologies, and identify the tests or measures that were used. And as we mentioned, you can save your results in My PsycNet and establish search alerts to notify you when new research is published in your field. Feel free to contact us if you have any other questions or need some more specific instruction. Research librarians are ready to assist you by phone, chat, email, or in person.